All right, bitch, jump on. All right, you good to go?
Hold on. I need to tuck in the string or I'm going to pull these out of my ears.
Okay. Remind me to get the Allen wrench out to tighten this because it's too loose.
Okay. I think I'm good.
If you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
Alright, what is going on, everybody? If you didn't see my Facebook status, I have someone behind me, and it is Miss ZJ, and she is going to be on a dual vlog with me today, and she's going to talk to you guys, well, not you guys, to all you girls. This is going to be a funny topic. She's going to talk to all you guys about how to react to if your boyfriend or your husband decides he wants to get into motorcycles. And she's also going to tell you what her reaction was when I told her I wanted to ride around and record myself talking to myself. So she's going to let you know what she thought whenever I told her I wanted to start motovlogging and how to handle your boyfriend or husband wanting to start riding a motorcycle. So, lady, you can go ahead and let them know about the motorcycle topic.
They're both motorcycle topics.
No. The motorcycle. You want to get a motorcycle.
Oh, that one. Okay. So when ZJ first told me he wanted a bike, I kind of thought he was crazy, and I've always hated them just because I don't think that they're safe, and by no fault of his own, too much can go wrong because people in cars are just dumb. But the other thing I learned is it's one of those things that you kind of just have to let them do, and you have to suck up the fact that you're not going to like it, and you're going to want to have a heart attack every single time that they tell you they go on a ride, and you're going to want to know that they're safe afterwards. But you have to let them do it. And another thing that I learned that I think was probably the hardest to adjust to is this is something that's more than just like a little hobby. It's not going to be the same as him wanting to go throw a ball with his friends. Like, it ends up kind of consuming a lot of their life because it becomes more of a lifestyle. And it's kind of something that you have to adapt to and you have to be willing to be a part of. And honestly, you should want to because it's going to end up being... God, I hate that!
Sorry, but I had to do it.
I absolutely hate that noise.
That's the next topic, by the way. But, okay, go ahead.
I mean, but basically, like, my only advice is just let him do it and support him and try to bite your tongue as much as you can when you want to tell him that it's getting too much and he's being ridiculous, and just let him do it. I think it's really good for them. I think it gives them some way to let loose and kind of be free and let go of some steam from life, and I mean, that's really it.
All right, well, I mean, she was always supportive whenever I started riding motorcycles, and I think it got a little bit harder once I started doing the whole motovlogging thing, because then it went from I wanted to ride a lot in the beginning when I first started riding motorcycles, but then once I started motovlogging, it kind of took that want and need to ride to like 1,000 times worse. Like, it was to a whole nother level. I was always trying to edit videos, and that's another thing. Like, it's not just motorcycles whenever you start motovlogging, because, yeah, you want to ride all the time, but you're also recording the entire time you ride, and then you have to come home, you have to edit it, you have to upload it, and as you guys know, I upload a lot, so it takes a lot of my time, which luckily I have such an understanding wife. She knows how much I enjoy doing it, so she allows me, not allows me, but she lets me do these things and doesn't really say much about it. Obviously, she'll have to smack me on the back of the head sometimes, and say, hey, stupid, you've been doing this all day, you may want to spend some time with me, which is completely understandable. But like she said, it is definitely a lifestyle, and you don't realize how much of a time-consuming hobby this is until you actually start doing it. You think you're going to get a bike and you're just going to ride around and you're going to have fun riding a motorcycle, but it really just kind of consumes everything. And that's where I think it's really important to have a very understanding partner, whoever you're with. They need to be really understanding if you're going to get into this, because it's not just going to be something you do from time to time. It's something that you always do. And, I mean, you can ask her. She gets pissed at me all the time because 90% of the things I say to her have something to do with a motorcycle, and she gets pissed. But, so that's a woman's advice if your husband or your boyfriend wants to start getting into motorcycles. And the second topic, which is going to be the funniest, is what her reaction was whenever I let her know that I wanted to start recording motovlogs. And I'm pretty sure her first reaction was, what the fuck is that? And she quickly found out, and this is what she thought about me starting motovlogging.
Okay, so he first decided to tell me that he wanted to motovlog the day after we got married. He went into Best Buy, and for those of you who don't know, we got married in a hurricane, so all of our plans that weekend kind of got shot. So we kind of went to Best Buy, and he got a GoPro, and he got a GoPro because he said he wanted to stick it on his helmet and record videos of him talking to himself.
And now look who's talking to herself.
I literally just sat there and stared at him because, like, there's no reaction. Like, what do you say when the person you're with says, hey, yeah, I want to ride around and talk to myself all day? Like, I just looked at him like he was crazy, not to mention that I am a very awkward human being. Like, I don't like, I'm impressed that I'm doing this, and I actually told him he had to think of things for me to talk about so that it wouldn't be weird.
Yeah, she's kind of weird. She's kind of out there.
I don't like attention, and you were like the polar opposite of me, so it's great for you.
Obviously.
But the other thing after, like, my first reaction that I know he kind of laughed at was when he started all of this, it is one of those, like, communities that kind of sucks you in, and at first I was like, you literally, like, it's like you joined a cult. Like, everyone that you talk to does the same thing that you guys do, and you literally talk from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, and it's the only thing you ever talk about in our life in general, and I was like, it's literally taken over you. Like, I don't even know. I don't know where my husband went. Like, who is this creature who invaded his body? Eventually, after knocking him in the head a few times, he has separated ZJ from who he is in real life with me most of the time. I still don't understand the whole thing. It's still kind of weird to me, but then again, it's no weirder than people who sit in front of their computer or their camera and talk to it and then put it online. It's just, I don't know, this is a little louder, and people look at you weird when you're driving by them because you have something on your helmet, but that's about it.
So I think the funniest thing that I can remember about whenever I started motovlogging and I started actually talking to other motovloggers, the funniest reaction she's ever had was how mad she would get whenever I would refer to, like, whenever I first started talking to Downshift. I would be like, yeah, because I was talking to Downshift today, and she was like, use his real name. That is not his name. And obviously I'm not going to tell you what his name is, but she would get so pissed because I'd be like, I think the only person she doesn't really have an issue with me referring to as their YouTube name is Shag in the Wind, because everyone legitimately calls him Shag. So, I mean, that's all I've ever called him. And to be honest, I don't think I've ever met another person with the name that he has. And it sounds like one of those boring white people names. And it's just like, this is his name, but like if you were calling somebody, hey, Bob, it's just a boring, it's not a very fun name. Shag is a lot more fun than... But yeah, so that was the funniest reaction she ever had to the whole motovlogging thing, because she legitimately would get pissed off when I would refer to somebody by their YouTube name. But that is all we have for you on today's video. We may start doing this as like a weekly or bi-weekly little series. So we'll see what we end up doing with this. It really depends on like not the attraction, but the what would I say? Depends on the
response?
Yeah, the response. Depends on the response we get from you guys. So if you guys like them, we'll keep doing them. And it really just depends on our schedule and whatnot. So, but I would say we'd probably be able to get one, if not once a week, definitely every other week. So we'll see what happens. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'm going to let you say peace this time. You say peace.
Me?
1, 2, 3.
Peace.
Oh, sweet Jesus. All right. See you later, guys. Very unexpected happened to me last night. So, here's the story. As you all know, why I chose the Ninja 636. Why I chose this beautiful red beast.